Dear friends, I hope this message finds you well. Share with you a short idea. The Gemara Maseches Sanhedrin on Daf Samech Chesed Aleph 68a tells a fascinating story. We actually did this a few days ago in Daf Yomi. And the topic of the Gemara is the general prohibition against sorcery. Kishuv. So the Gemara tells a story that one time Rabbi Akiva came to the great sage Rabbi Eliezer and had a question about Kishuv. Specifically, again, the actual story is that apparently there was some type of incantation that could allow vegetation to grow instantaneously. So Rabbi Akiva comes over to Rabbi Eliezer, and Rabbi Eliezer he asks Rabbi Eliezer, tell me, do you know about this incantation? Rabbi Eliezer says it, and an entire field filled with cucumbers. Then Rabbi Akiva says, Rabbi Eliezer, I heard that there's another incantation, another spell, another form of kishuv that could harvest all of the cucumbers at once, all vegetation at once. Rabbi Eliezer says, yes, there is. He uttered another statement, and miraculously, sorcerically, all of the cucumbers were instantaneously harvested. So the Gemara at the end of this discussion says, I don't understand. How is Rabbi Eliezer allowed to do this? After all, there's a biblical prohibition about engaging in sorcery. So how was Rabbi Eliezer allowed to do this? He literally performed sorcery for Rabbi Akiva. So the Gemara says something amazing. The Gemara says, how was Rabbi Eliezer allowed to do this, to perform the sorcery? We learned that if you perform sorcery, literally again, you're liable to a death penalty, to which the Gemara says, lehislamed shiny. To teach someone is different. In other words, what the Gemara answers is, for the Rabbanim, in order to know what's prohibited, they also have to understand the mechanics of it. So Rabbi Akiva was coming to Rabbi Eliezer because he wanted to understand the prohibition. So therefore, Rabbi Eliezer was teaching him the mechanics of how this sorcery worked, in order that Rabbi Akiva should be able to understand what the prohibition is. Lehislamed shiny. To teach someone something is different. In order to teach something, you have to demonstrate it. It's not just enough to say it. Rabbi Eliezer felt if Rabbi Akiva was really going to understand the nature of this prohibition, he has to see it in its full actuality. And I think the Gemara is teaching us a tremendous lesson in terms of parenting, in terms of how we are supposed to educate our children. We all know this, that as a parent, our children will remember very little of what we say, but will remember virtually everything that we do. One does not discharge their obligation towards their children by espousing lofty ideas and goals and hashkafas. But proper chinuch requires behavioral modeling. If I want my child to be inspired about their Yiddishkeit, I have to lead an inspired life. If I want my child to take davening seriously, I have to take davening seriously. If I want my child to have proper midos, proper character traits, proper interpersonal skills, I have to model those very same things. And if I want my child to take family time seriously, then when I'm sitting at the table, I can't be on a device as well. Whatever I want for my children, it's never enough to say it. You have to model it. Rabbi Eliezer could have explained anything and everything to Rabbi Akiva, could have given him a whole shir. But Rabbi Eliezer understood lehislamed shiny. If you want someone to really understand something, you gotta model it for them. If I want my children to truly imbibe and inculcate my values that I hold near and dear to my neshama, if I want them to have those same values, and I want them to live those same values, then I have to be ready, brave enough, strong enough to be able not just to speak about them, but Amir Hashem to model them so the next generation could follow suit. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.